Welcome aboard, Rank to Ruby. This is Heather Rice, Emerald Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. Today is November the 21st, and we are going to get started on this call. Today I named this call Qualified for Quality, and so we're going to do some touch points on qualifying those people who are going to join our team, as well as developing different skill sets to attract quality people for your team and beyond. So let's get started. Oh, I just realized I forgot to put earrings in, but oh well, y'all can't see me, those of you on the phone. So let's talk about qualifying prospects. What I mean by that, what is that? When you hear those words, what does that say to you? Well, what it says to me, and the message that I'm trying to convey to you in this, is that it is so very important for us to choose quality people to join us in this journey. And so why is this important, you may ask? Well, let me tell you why. Let's just take a minute and imagine that you are opening up a brand new jewelry store in your area, okay? This is going to have the finest of finest, rubies, pearls, diamonds, gold, silver, everything that you would consider luxurious. And so you are going to start a jewelry store, right? And so whenever you decide to do this, you automatically have to start thinking, what kind of employees am I going to have here that are going to represent not only my business, but also the things that I stand for, and that it's going to be a great representation of our products. And so you are going to be looking for employees for your jewelry store. And so because you are the CEO of the jewelry store, you get to make all the decisions. So what that means is you go out on a search and you start looking for the best of the best, because you are going to want to have the best of the best. Representing you, representing your team, representing the product line. You want the absolute best. So you're going to look to the suppliers that are going to supply things for your jewelry business. And you are going to choose the best, clearest, most sparkly gems and jewels, the most beautiful diamond that when the light hits it, just sparkles, okay? So this is a little bit about the way we have to go about adding people to our team. So when we look at building a team and we look at who we want to join us on this journey, we want to think of the best and brightest, okay? And so we want to capitalize on getting those people that are serious and who are like-minded and who are going to represent well, just like your fancy jewelry store. You want the diamond. You want the sparkliest person, the one who has the best customer service, who has great rapport with customers, who can be flexible and who can learn quickly. So what you want to do once you find these people that you think may be either a great prospect as a customer or as an ambassador on your team actually working the business alongside you, is that you want to qualify these prospects. First of all, you want to find out, are they in this for what? Are they in it for wealth? Are they in it for wellness? Are they in it for weight? So there's a bunch of different things that could bring someone into this business. So we want to qualify those prospects, because when we understand what they are in it for, then we can help them reach their goals. If somebody is just in this business to feel better, well, then we're going to take a different approach with them than we would somebody who may just want to take the product and not be interested in the business. So you're going to qualify these prospects, these people that are going to join you on this journey. And so, and one of the ways that you do that is you have to look at your basic capabilities in those people that you are surrounding yourself with, okay? So you want to focus on the strengths that you have, and you want to focus on the strengths that the other people have. It doesn't really do us much good to focus on the weaknesses and try to make those better it's actually better to focus more on the strengths and make those stronger, because we can all look at our weaknesses and beat ourselves up about it, but that doesn't really get us anywhere. So, excuse me. So we are going to focus on the strengths. And what does that mean for us? That means we're going to surround ourselves with these people that are like-minded like us. And so we qualified the prospects. Now we're going to qualify our capabilities. What do we have to add to this? What do we have to add to this to be able to lead a team, to be able to lead people, to be able to follow up with people? What are your specific qualities that make you you? And so if we want to have a quality business, one that attracts a lot of people, it has to be set up correctly from the beginning. So seeing things that we have to put into play with our business sometimes leads us to realize, wow, I'm kind of limited in this area. But we don't want to look at self-limitations and stop right there. We don't want to think all these great things, but then get stumped on how do we take action and how do we accomplish these things. So one of the things that I would like to suggest to you is a great book, and I know we recommend a lot of books, but this one is a really good one as well, to add to your resources for your business. And that book is called Strength Finders 2.0, and it's by Tom Rath, R-A-T-H. And what I have found in that book is if you purchase the book, in the back, there's an envelope you can tear off on a little perforated line, and it gives you a code to go online and take the Strength Finders test. And it is amazing how accurate it is. And so we've talked about color personality tests before, which I love, love, love. We also have talked about developing ourselves with reading other materials. But I'm telling you, this Strength Finders book, and I believe I found it at Target, had a real good assessment on there. And when I went online and took it, I realized, oh my goodness, yes, these are the things that I have that are my strengths. And then these are the things that are not so much on my strength list. But if you want to develop some of your strengths, go on there. Go and get the book, and then go online and take the survey. And then it gives you a lot of information on breakdown of your personality traits and what it is that you possess and how you react to different situations. It's really a great tool. So we're qualifying our prospects, we're qualifying our capabilities and those of those people that are joining us. Now let's talk about empowering words, because in order for us to have quality people that we want to stick around, we want to always be the one to be the encourager, to empower them with words. And it starts with our mindset. It starts with daily taking your business, daily taking the tasks that you have at hand to accomplish for the day, and really kind of running those through a filter of affirming yourself, realizing that you can do this even if it seems hard sometimes, and really get your mindset geared towards helping people and helping those in your path, because I believe that God has placed all the people that we run across and come in touch with. God has placed those people there for a reason. And so we have to be bold, and we have to we have to reach out to these people. And so some of the ways that I have found that have been encouraging to the team and encouraging to myself is little notes that you can write to the people that are on your team, and they don't even have to be on your team. You can see that somebody created a graphic or whatever, and you can take that if you see some cute graphic. But notes that you handwrite that just convey your wishes and your thoughts and your thankfulness to somebody for something, they go a long way. And so if you don't do that currently, I would suggest go to the dollar store if you have to and get you a 10-pack for 99 cents of thank you cards. Send them to people. It's very powerful. You never know what day they're going to get something that they really needed to hear, empowering words. We need to also recognize a job that is well done. And so although sometimes it takes a few minutes to stop and put out a message that on a team page that somebody did a great job, it's very empowering to them. It's very encouraging to them, and it helps them want to do more and to do better and to strive and continue. So everybody is going to see these words that you say about this person if you put it on a team page too, and that creates team building, camaraderie. We can come alongside each other, and we can really devote ourselves to that one Plexus motto when we do that. And, you know, you don't have to always do something in public. It's very, very fine and necessary to do things in private sometimes. Sometimes people don't want to have their stuff out for the world to see, and that's okay. One of the other things that has been very helpful is quality coaching. And this doesn't have to mean that you go hire a coach to help you in this business, but we have tons and tons of people that are in our realm that are our upline, our sidelines, our downlines, that can give us hope and can give us tips and see things from a different perspective than we do. I always like to say you can see the picture better when you're outside the frame, and it's really true. Because when you see when someone sees you through their eyes and can explain to you ways that they feel like you could improve, and you can take that constructive criticism and apply it, then you will become a better you, a better version of you. And so whenever we have the opportunity, I highly, highly recommend you do one-on-ones with somebody that you trust, that you feel is a mentor to you. And we all have different unique talents that we bring to this gene pool here. And we all have we all come from different areas. There's people that have been in network marketing stuff before, people that haven't. But everybody can bring a different view to this and what works well. So coaching, and this can fall under the umbrella of three-way calls. When you have a new person, to get on the phone for 10 minutes, introduce yourself. Not only does this give the person another person who they notice, if you do it on Zoom, a face, or if you do it on a call, your voice, but they have another person they can go to if they need something, and you've introduced yourself to them. It's also a good time for you to create trust with a new person in their upline's abilities. So if, for instance, Lori is my level 1 and she signs on someone, and Lori says, hey, I want to get us on a call real quick with my upline, Heather, and she just wants to introduce herself to you, and, you know, just so you have, it's a great opportunity for me to explain to the person who Lori has just brought on what a great resource she is, how she can help her new recruit be able to function in the capacity they need to, how to get the first goal, which is to silver if you are building this as a business. But it just gives you some rapport building, and it gives them an instant feeling of being a part of a team, a quality team that you've brought together. And so there is going to be a lot of value in creating this foundational trust from the get-go with these new people when you spend the time, the quality time with them to introduce yourself, create belief in their leadership above them, and, you know, really just ask them what you can do for them. Because the more people they know are rooting for them, and the more people they know are going to call in and check on them, the more motivated they're going to be to want to do a good job, and to want to at the end of a call to say, I took this advice and I'm seeing great results. So this is an important thing, is to have quality coaching for the people that you're signing on. And you know what? If you don't feel capable of this, maybe you weren't coached, find somebody who you can really listen to and kind of be under the tutelage of them, that's done this business for a while. If that's what it's going to take to help you feel like you can lead well, then that's what is so important. Now, I want to talk a little bit about attitude. And I came up with this little, I don't know, motto, I guess. It's called, and it goes like this: guard your attitude, for it'll determine your altitude in your network marketing business. That is a Heather Rice original. So guard your attitude. Why is this important? Because we all know that if you were to come to work and your boss was to say, yeah, I hope we get a paycheck this week. Yeah, I know y'all been working really hard, but I just don't know. Management may not get the payroll done on time. Okay, so if that was the way it was when you showed up to work, you are not going to probably feel first of all, you're not going to probably feel very confident in your company. And so the attitude of the boss and those people that you do life with at work, that determines how far you go in this business. If you have a self-defeatist attitude and you think you're never going to get anywhere, well, then you're not going to get anywhere. So we have to guard our attitudes, because if we don't, then it's very easy to end up just staying at the bottom and just being happy with status quo. And we very rarely will rise above the level of mediocrity. And so guard your attitude, for it will determine your altitude in this business, how high you go, how far you go up. And sometimes when we start looking at our attitude and looking at the things that come our way, sometimes things tend to creep in. Fear of failure. Sometimes we sabotage ourselves because we don't necessarily assess a situation correctly, and we spew plexus on somebody who really just had a simple question. There's so many things that go into play, but guess what? Our attitude determines so much about where we are, where it's going to take us. And so, there's a silver lining to every cloud. And so when life brings us, and this business will bring us situations that we honestly, without the help of somebody else, probably can't figure out how to handle, but that's what we have each other for. So it's very important that when you are developing teams, developing prospective people for that team, that you look at the quality people. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have a huge quantity of people. I would much rather have 2 or 3 quality people than a ton of other people that are just kind of going through the motions. And that's really what you want to look at too in your business. And so it's very, very important that we grasp these tools, because you want to, in the long run, have a successful business, hopefully, and you want to have quality people that are like-minded and are going in the same direction that you're going. And so what my question for you today is this: if you are not doing these things, if you're not qualifying the people, if you're just looking at it and saying, oh, I'll just take whoever, if you don't change this behavior, what will it cost you in the long run? Okay, so that is my call to action for you, is I really want you to assess, if I don't qualify the people that I'm bringing on, if I don't qualify my capabilities, if I don't give my new people foundational information that are going to help them with the longevity of their business, if I don't empower these people, and if I don't recognize jobs well done, how is that going to affect me? And what's it going to cost me in the long run to not do these things? And so that is what words I have for you guys today. And, each one of us has an opportunity every day to look at it as a fresh slate. And people, we cross their paths all day, and they're new people, and they're people that we've known for a long time. But in the end, everybody just wants to, they want someone to care about them. They want to feel good. We take our health for granted a lot of times until we don't have it. And so as we go about our week with Thanksgiving upon us, I want to challenge us to really kind of have our little feelers up for hearing people talk about, New Year's resolutions, and once I get past Thanksgiving and once I get past Christmas, this is an opportunity for us to stop and say, hey, you don't have to gain weight this holiday. How about you try this product? Block is a great one. But really just think about who you want representing you in your business, because it is very much like opening your own jewelry business. You want the shiniest and most beautiful gems to be representative of you and your team. So I am going to end the recording, and then I'll just stay on for some questions.